Today I'm going to be reviewing Avengers Endgame, the fourth installment of the Avengers series from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This movie was directed by Anthony and Joe Russo, the Russo brothers, and the main actors were Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans, as well as Scarlett Johansson and many other acclaimed actors. It was nominated for an Oscar as well as an Academy Award and a Grammy for Best Score. It also won multiple People's Choice and Teen Choice Awards and was nominated for many MTV awards. For me, the most memorable aspect of the film would definitely have to be the final battle, because it had a lot of references to some pretty awesome things that happened in the comic books. But another thing that I know was memorable for a lot of non-Marvel fans in particular were the death scenes, because they were extremely emotional for people who didn't really have a connection to the source material. So I think that brought another level of dimension to the movie as a whole. For me, the best performance of the film was that of Robert Downey Jr. I thought he showed incredible range throughout the film, which he's known for, but also adding another aspect to his character of Tony Stark, or Iron Man, because this is the first time we've seen him have a family in the films, and he really added a fatherly aspect without losing the character of Iron Man, and I thought that showed amazing control of the character. I also thought that the performance of Lexi Rabe, who played Tony Stark's daughter, was excellent, given that she's so young, and she still had an amazing performance and connected really well with the other actors in the film. I thought the worst performance of the film belonged to Mark Ruffalo. He's an amazing actor, in my opinion, but I think that his portrayal of his character, the Hulk, or Bruce Banner, was strangely detached from his usual performance as the Hulk, and I feel like it made it seem like it wasn't the same character, even though I still thought it was very funny and entertaining. But it was distracting for me to see a new Bruce Banner in this fourth installment in the Avengers series. Even though this is one of my favorite movies of all time, one thing I didn't like about the movie was there was a scene in the final battle where all the female heroes of the movie teamed up and worked together, which was a reference to something in the comics called the A-Force, which I thought was really cool at first, but it also came across as kind of a tokenization of female characters, because as of today, there's only been one a Marvel film focused on a female character, and I think it felt kind of like a handout to women for our lack of representation, and I don't think it was done well. I think it could have been cut. In terms of box office stats, Avengers Endgame came out in the US on April 22nd, 2019, and made $2,797,800,564 gross worldwide, and that makes it the #1 highest grossing movie of all time, and adjusted for inflation, it's the #5 highest grossing film of all time. In terms of historical impact, obviously this is a very new film, so it hasn't been able to make its mark yet, but I do think that it showed amazing control of character development for a large amount of characters, and thus deserves historical recognition. Now for some dinner party knowledge. So Avengers Endgame was the first movie to make over $1 billion in its first weekend of being in the box office. And another fun fact, Only Robert Downey Jr. of all the cast was given the entire script of the film. They did so to prevent spoilers. I assume that, well, Robert Downey Jr. Let me just shut up. And last but not least, I give this movie 3 out of 4 stars. I think it was a great movie, but I think at some points it could get confusing with all the characters, and I also think that some of the final battle scenes could have been cut. Um, but I think it's a wonderful movie, and I am a huge Marvel fan, so I'm probably biased, but I give it 3 out of 4 stars. Thank you.